Chittorgarh, place in Rajasthan if I'm not mistaken, Chittorgarh, but has got no connection with this because it's served IPO. That Chittorgarh is just the name of the place. So why is this website really important when it comes to IPO? Because I can tell you that any and every information that you want to get about any IPO, it's ready-made available on this site. Okay, is this a paid promotion? No. Okay, I use this website. That is why I'm showing this website to you. Simple. If you don't like this website, please don't use it. Open. Okay. So I'll quickly tell you what all things can you see on this website. So anyways, I'm showing it to you simultaneously. If anyone wants to open on your mobile, laptop, whatever, you can if you want. If you feel that I might get confused, you can just follow the screen. Choice is yours. Okay. So I've just typed out Chittorgarh IPO on Google, and you can click on www.chittorgarh.com. This is the main website. Okay. Now if you come here on the home screen itself, oh, what can you see? IPO dashboard and what? See now this session, first 10-15 minutes when we are on Chittorgarh, we are going to actually revise everything that we learned in the first 2 hours. Everything you'll get those connects. Okay. What was the SME IPO example that I gave? Madhav Bagwala, correct? Where it is comparatively a smaller issue and available at a higher issue, higher I can say lot size. Minimum up to 2 lakh if you remember. Okay, so that is SME IPO dashboard. So if you click here, you'll get a list of SME IPO dashboard. All these currently whatever are available right now, previous whatever. See here you can see Madhav Bagwala IPO. Oh, why was the recommendation given? But by the way, it got listed at a premium. Almost 15-20% premium it got listed. Okay. Anyway, these are just the recommendations of Chittorgarh. Nothing to do with my recommendation. Okay. So here you can see IPO dashboard, SME dashboard. Now what can you see? Which are the upcoming or current IPOs? LIC you can see dash. Ruchi Soya. We've done this now. Ruchi Soya is what? FPO. But LIC will be an IPO. Correct? Then we did have Vedanta, we did have Adani Wilmar IPO. Okay, all the previous IPOs you can see here. Then they also have something known as an IPO performance tracker. What is the IPO performance tracker? This says that okay, what was the issue price and what is the current market price, what is the gain or loss. In fact, they have they have a performance tracker. So where did I go? This is the homepage. Just drop down on the IPO and what do you see? Performance tracker. Now if you click here, you can track which year 2022. Let's not track because anyways hardly few IPOs have come up right now. I'm clicking on 2021. Now what can you see here? You can see CMS Info Systems, for example. When did it list? What was 31st December? What was the issue price? 216. What was the listing day close? 237. What was the listing day gain? 9.91. Current price 237. Profit loss 10.1%. If I were to quickly explain, what was this issue price? 216. There was a price band, and company finally came up with 216. Assume it was 213 to 216, and company said we're freezing it out at 216. Correct. Now let me give you a simple example. Company said 216. Okay, fair enough. 100 shares were offered. Quickly, 100 shares were offered. 200 applications were received. Oversubscribed or undersubscribed? Oversubscribed. How many people will get? What will be the ratio of allotment? 1:2. One more time. 100 shares were offered. I'm offering 100 shares. How many applications did I receive? 200. So for every one application, for every one offer, I've gotten 2 applications. So ratio of allotment will be 1 person for every 2 persons. Correct? So has it gotten oversubscribed? Yes. And as I mentioned, then which one out of 2? Lottery. That will be by lottery. One last quick example for those who have not understood. I offered 100. Received applications for 1000. Ratio of allotment will be 1:10. Basic maths. Correct? Which 1% out of 10? Lottery system. Everyone okay with this? Fantastic. Okay. Chalo, so again going back to the example. Assume price band was 213 to 216. Company fixed the price band at company fixed the price at 216. So the person who got the allotment at what? 216. On the listing day, what did it close at? It closed at 237. How much was the gain? Almost 10% gain. Almost 10% gain. And if you see here, now I'm going to the IPO detail section. Here you can see again CMS Info Systems Limited. I'm just going down. Yes, this one is important now. When did that person apply? On the last date, assume. Achha, one more very important point, a quick point here. Issue opens on 21st, closes on 23rd. Is it first come, first serve basis? So can you apply on the last day also? Can you apply on first day? It will not make any difference as such, but better to apply on the last day. On the last day we get to know till now. See, that is what we have been doing in school, since school. Same thing. How much has he applied? QIB, how much HNI, how much RI, how much, based on that I can fill up. Very simple. So that can be one of the thumb rules. If everyone is giving a good response, I have not studied anything, at least they have studied. Based on that, let me apply. Okay, so if you ask me what do, I always put an application on the last day. No problem at all. Okay. So you can imagine that a person applied on 23rd December 2021. And when did it get listed? When did it get listed? 31st December. So barely in a time span of 7 to 8 days. 1 week you can say. In 1 week how much percentage returns? Almost 10% returns in 1 week. Good? Amazing. 1 week 10%. Bank gives 1 year 10% नहीं मिलेगा. 5%. So this is like 2 years return that we are getting in 1 week. Okay, that is the magic of IPOs. Of course, will every IPO give you 10%? Answer is no. But this is an example. Okay, so here you can check listing day gain how much? 9%, 42%. Okay, Supriya Lifestyle was the company. Now you can see Metro brand, the shoes company. That was listed. And on the day of listing, there was a minus 1% return, closing basis. But if some person might have held, let's not sell it at loss. I'll hold on to it. Okay, if some person would have held on to it today, that person is making a why loss? This is profit or loss till date. See, anything in loss is in red. Oh, यहाँ पे ज़्यादा color differentiation नहीं दिख रहा है. Can you see color differentiation on that screen? Negative sign is also there. Correct? Now visible? And minus दिखेगा अभी. Can you see this now? Minus 1.29 and 7.52. Okay, same thing. 35% return. Shriram, अरे बाप रे. See this? Okay. Same. Red gain. 20%, 29% in loss. Okay, whatever. Your 6. Oh, classic example. This is Tega. 60%. And if someone would have felt, let me hold it for a long term. 7% loss. So all multiple things can happen. Okay. 81%. See, right now, understand right now, those who are following the market, everyone knows that it's maddening right now. Maddening. Let it be 148% listing day and 102% still till date. 102%. I think this was the highest till now, whatever we checked, right? Okay. So this list goes on and on and on. So where can you get this list for your own analysis? Chittorgarh website, IPO drop down, and you can check. Let me just zoom out now. So here you can see IPO performance tracker. So you want to write down. If you want to do your own studies, if you want to do your own analysis, which stocks got listed, at what price did they get listed, what is today's price, and by the way, the current market price automatically keeps on updating. You don't have to calculate anything. Okay, so where to find it? Chittorgarh website, IPO drop down, and performance tracker is the tab. IPO drop down and performance tracker is the tab. Simple? Okay. Now if I go back to your home page, now let's see if you can get familiar with majority of the things or not. I'm going to Adani Wilmar. Okay, Adani Wilmar, what all can you see here is about basic details of the company. By the way, it is an FMCG company, Fortune Tail, Fortune Oil, uska company hai. Okay, so it's into edible oil, packaged FMCG and industry essentials, whatever. Then you can see what the promoters of the company, owners of the company, who are the promoters, Adani Enterprises. Okay, then whatever, who else? Then you can see a short summary, financial information. Okay, we have not discussed anything about this, we'll be talking about this on the last day, basics of fundamental analysis, at that time window. Oh, now they're talking about objects of the issue. What objects? What is this? Why the company is coming up with an IPO? You remember I told you it can be for expansion, it can be for visibility, it can be for debt repayment. Correct, na? So here you can see why are they doing it? For funding the capital expenditure for expansion. So they want to expand, they need more money, for that they are raising funds. They are saying kind of it for even repaying and prepaying the borrowings. And the third one is funding strategic acquisition. So they want to acquire another few more companies, for that also they need money. So do we know about this also, objects of the issue? Yes. Now you can see issue opening date and closing date, like we discussed. Can you apply on the last day also? No harm? Very good. Then you can see issue type is book build issue IPO. You get a price band. And where can you see the price band here? 218 to 230 rupees, correct? So 218 to 230 is the IPO price band. What is the market launch here? Minimum 65 shares you can buy. Can you buy with 130? People are calculating 65 into 2. 130. Can you buy 130? Yes, 150? No, because it has been multiples of 65. Where is the listing going to happen? Only 2 exchanges. How many exchanges? But out of that, 2. Because these are the most popular. Based on whatever we discussed yesterday. What is the issue size? Oh, 3,600 crore rupees. 3,600 crore worth shares. Okay. Now they are saying if you are our employee, there is some employee discount also there. Okay, but if you are not employee, forget it. Do section okay. Okay. Then you can see QIB shares offered. QIB. Who is QIB? Qualified institutional buyer. Who is QIB? DII, FII, mutual fund insurance company. Know this now. Correct? Retail shares offered. Retail. RII. Who is RII? Retail individual investors. HNI, NII. High net worth individuals, non-institutional investors more than 2 lakh. Already we know everything. Entire table. Kya baat hai? Only one thing that we have not discussed till now is the face value. Correct? What is face value? Understand? Like you have a currency note in your pocket right now. Does it mention the value of that currency note? Obviously yes. It's not a scratch to me. The currency note has okay. The currency note has the value written on it. Can I say the value of the note is written on the face of the note? Value of the note is written on the face of the note. That is why it is called as the face value. Value that is written on the face of the document is known as face value. Generally, companies will have face value something like 1 rupee, 2 rupees, 5 rupees, 10 rupees. Very common face values. Would you want to write this down? Another terminology. This is the only terminology that we have not discussed, and this is going to come up in our corporate actions also. Dividend type. So write down face value concept. Face value. Value which is written on the face of the document. Value that is written on the face of the document. And general face values are generally what will you find it? 1 rupee, 2 rupees, 5 rupees, 10 rupees, whatever. So who decides the face value? Company promoters only will decide. Promoters will decide. Our company's face value will be 10 rupees. Can they change the face value afterwards? Yes, but we are going to discuss that in this section only. It's not like once decided it will be the same forever. Is this okay? Wait. Let me just finish this section and then we will take questions. I think we should go it in this fashion. At least one section, small section I should complete. Otherwise, dhan patan jayega kahin kahin. Okay. So section wise we'll go. So face value concept is just to tell you what is the face value for this one. 1 rupees face value. Can they lower it? 0.5 cannot be the face value. Minimum is 1 rupee face value. Okay. So we know all of these points now. And on the right hand side, have you already discussed this? That what is open date, close date, basis of allotment date. So they'll tell on what basis they're giving. 1 is to 10 or 2 is to whatever. That is the basis of allotment. Okay, and they'll publish it. It will be a big document that will publish. Okay, and the funds will be initiated. Credit of shares to a demat account. In simple words, will get the shares on this date. Okay, and finally listing on 8th of February. Okay, chalo. Here can you see something? Minimum lot 1 and maximum lot 13. Where? Why can't I apply for 14 shares? I'm sorry, 14 lots. Retail individual investor category is maximum up to 2 lakhs. Now, if you multiply 14 into 845, I'm sure it will cross 2 lakhs. Just it will cross. Then we will go into which category? HNI category. That is why they are giving minimum lots. How much? Maximum lot how much? For whom? For retail individual investor. Correct? Then how much was Adani Wilmar IPO promoter holding? Pre-issue, before the holding? Oh, 100%. And after? So what will this contain? Promoter stake is diluted, sir? Promoter stake is diluted, but what kind of IPO will this be then? It will include what component? OFS. What is OFS? Offer for sale. Why promoters holding is decreased. Correct? So if we can also check that. I think you upper likha rehta hai. There in the beginning only generally. No, take it. We'll try and search it for some other. Generally, either in this table only it is given. Okay, no worries. So I think this is it about the important points. Okay, actual. Okay, so now you can see after the subscription, after the application subscription went live, how much times did it get oversubscribed? QIB portion got oversubscribed 5.73 times. Means what might have happened? For every 1 share which was offered, applications were received for 5.73. First point roughly can out to 5 to 6. So this is what happened. Total application 17.37 times oversubscribed. Okay. Then listing happened at what? What was the listing information? What was the IPO price? OHLC we are going to talk about afterwards. I think this is it. Correct. Can be because of the fresh issue also, of course. Percentage can decrease. Yes, promoter percentage can decrease. Agreed. We'll just check for one more whether we can get this details, OFS or IPO. Promoter holding ages, face value, minimum knowledge size. See. Now let me check for the previous one as well. I was just missing out on that information. Adani Wilmar we were checking ना. ऊपर है क्या? हाँ. Adani Wilmar. And if I'm just scrolling down, यहाँ पे नहीं लिखा उन्होंने. This was the place where it was written. नहीं ऐसे कुछ नहीं. They will mention specifically generally. See, finally this is not service website ना. So it is maintained by company. There can be a normal mistake also. Like if you remember yesterday also I told only on my exchange that they have updated it. Correct. So for this one, the other company that we checked, it was an OFS. We'll check for the last one, HPRS, if anything is written. Okay. So here also. Okay, wait. Classic example we got. Why classic? Combination of both. Remember we also said this. Whatever is the issue size, 125 crores, 125.96 crores is the issue size. Fresh issue, 113 crores. OFS, 12.93. So whatever we learned till now, can we see absolute practical application of everything? Now once you visit this website, you should not be lost. You should be like, I know that. Okay? Simple to clear? Yes. Now if you have any questions on this, otherwise we move on to secondary markets. 10 rupees will be face value. Yes, or 10 rupees. Use of face value means basically you have to tell this share is originally worth this much. And then this 10 rupees valuation keeps on increasing. That is like a base price for one share. Early promoters will enter into the company at this price generally. So if I start a company, Rachna Limited, I will put in money and I will get a slice of the pizza, correct? At what rupees per share? Initially 10 rupees per share, face value for the promoter. And then it will keep on increasing. So you can imagine the face value is how much? 10 rupees. But companies offering the shares for an IPO at what price? 262 rupees to 274 rupees. Achha, by the way, one more concept. The difference in this price is known as a premium. Difference between what and what? Face value and the issue price. So basically face value or whatever. Once it gets listed also, it will list above the issue price in that case. Okay, so typically in case of an IPO, difference between face value and issue price. If it is higher, it will be a premium. Ulta will get a discount, but companies act in so you are not allowed to issue shares at discount. There are only 1 or 2 exceptions. Okay, but then you will say, oh, we saw minus 2%. That is different. That is a discount to issue price. That is a discount to issue price. Company issued at 100, but got listed at 90. That is a discount to the issued price. There are no limitations on that. Face value is 10. Company is issuing at 8. That is not allowed. As per Companies Act. Is this okay? Yes. Correct. So he's saying that even if the issue price is what? Issue price was 274. And assume it gets listed at 200. Who is crying? Those who enter at 274, they are crying. I'm still happy. Why? Well, my cost is 10 rupees. My cost is 10 rupees. At least it is trading at 200 rupees. But then please understand, it's also a problem in the longer term. If it keeps on, getting traded at continuous discount, what is the perception of general investors? Bhangar company. It's not able to get that much valuation. So in the longer term, it will not be healthy if the company is continuously trading at a price lower towards issue price. Yes. So he's saying face value is 1 rupee, and company is saying give us shares at, company is issuing a shares at 218. That 218 is based on what? On the overall valuation of the company. Okay. To be honest, face value otherwise doesn't have any value. Practically, only during corporate actions like dividend, people will check what is the face value. Other than that, people like you and me, we are never going to get a share at face value. We'll just check what is the latest price. More together, we will check what is the ideal price and what is the actual price by doing various valuation methods. Sorry. For dividend, it will be good. Higher the face value, it will be better for dividend perspective, but still not 100% right, because finally company can declare whatever percentage of dividend. If we are getting into the second part of the discussion, wait. No, wait, you already asked one question. What did you say? Same. Promoter holding for this company, you want to check. Pre-issue holding 95, post-issue holding 71. See, again, who can tell me what is this? From 95 HPRSs, they are going down from 95% promoter holding to 71% promoter holding. Okay, why below the 70 something? Oh, 75%. If you go below 75%, ideally in 3 years from listing, they are going on the day of listing only. Okay. Wait. For Adani it was 87%. 1 minute. Wait. 87.92%. Yes. So wait. Is FPO the only way to offload the shares? There are many more ways. Something like, just as an example, we are not going to go into that details. Just as one example, there is something known as a private placement. Private placement means companies say we don't want investors and roadshows and nothing. Where they get we don't want that. We want someone who puts in 1 crore, 2 crore, 5 crores. So they'll go only to big players. They'll go private placement. Finish. And reduce the holding. That is also possible. Multiple ways. I've explained one way. Wait. Someone from this side? No. No, the yellow t-shirt guy. 10% discount to the issue price, not face value. Okay, 1 minute. These people might not have gotten the recording people. What the question he asked. He asked the question that LIC, because I have to take care of those people who are going to watch it online also. His volume is not being captured by this mic. So his question was, LIC IPO is going to, LIC is going to offer discount to its policy holders. How is that allowed? Because that's a discount to the issue price, not discount to the face value. Okay, one more question. Okay, 230. You are the promoter of the company. You received 99% bids. Okay, he's asking if the price band is 218 to 230. Assume that you have received highest bids. Let us say 99% of your bids at 229. Will the company even think about keeping the issue price at 225? Why? Simple. You are the promoter of the company. We all are ready to invest in your company at 230. And you say, no, 225 will become. Why? if you are saying maximum applications are received at 950, and if those were applied at 940, they'll not get allotment only. Are you with me? Maximum applications received at 950. Very few people, handy people, applied at 940. Is there a question of refund? No allotment. Finish. If it doesn't get oversubscribed, then who will step in? अच्छा oversubscribe होने की जरूरत नहीं. If 100% हो गया बात खत्म. Little bit undersubscribe, underwriter. And underwriter से भी वो बराबर commission देके he will subscribe at the highest band. Quite possible. There is also one way how to calculate this price band, but again we'll go into much more discussion. That out of 210, out of 280 to 230, how does the company decide which price? So again, that the 90% cutoff needs to be checked. It's a lengthy discussion. If time permits, I'll take it. Okay. Correct. Easy. Correct. So he's saying again, Uchi Soya is also coming up only for that 75% is what he's saying. I have not checked it. Possible. I'm not denying that. So possible. Huh. Paytm had given discount on issue price, and that is why it came crashing down. No, nothing of that sort. Was it Paytm for which the report was issued by some foreign institutional investor that the price will be this much? Goldman Sachs, maybe? And it was somewhere around 2400 or 2200, I guess. 2200. So what happened with Paytm, whatever you remember, issue price was somewhere around 2200. And assume today is the listing day of Paytm. Just before the listing time, 2.5 hours before, Goldman Sachs came up with a report, Goldman Sachs FII. Actually, they're more into research reports, but they have multiple entities also which directly or indirectly invest, like foreign investors also. So what happened in this case, just before the listing, 2.5 hours before, they said, we believe that Paytm price should be maximum 1200. And issue price was 2200. Khatam. It got listed at heavy discount, continued its downside, hit 1200, went below that also. I don't know what is the current market price, I don't track that share. Anyways, whatever is the story. So that is it about Paytm. Okay, done. One last. क्या बात करो अभी तो देखा हमने any company right now which example did we see it was both OFS as well as fresh issue HP adhesives it was both OFS also fresh issues she's saying if company can come up with a fresh issue why to do both why OFS is required only promoters want exit early investors want exit partial exit maybe multiple reasons cool I think IPO discussion very well into your minds and did you get 100% clarity on whatever we had discussed in the first half is it complete bookish or absolute practical application so whenever a new IPO comes up read this Chittorgarh website that specific company and I believe you should be able to understand all the terms. Otherwise, you can of course download the prospectus. Na? On money control also you will find IPO related. But this has there will be almost everyone. But this is only IPOs, exclusively for IPOs. Only website. There is one more called as IPO Watch also. But then I feel this is much more. I can't say much more reliable because I don't have any control over what is being published on this website. But I can say comprehensive. मतलब फटाफट दिखता है ये company है issue है खुद in 2 minutes I can get to number 6. Easy to understand quickly you can comprehend what is coming. It's like a summary of the prospectus main details. Okay, cool. So with that, I want everyone to open the notes again. बोला ना आवाज काटते